What is going on today, guys? We are back for another episode in Gold Rush the Game leaderboard event. Now, before we get started on our cleanout, I had to come into town and smelt down our nuggets so we have enough cash to pay for our loan and also to pay for rent and our workers. I went ahead and I got um, two each of the hog pan workers so we could get them started right away and get them upgrading. Now I picked the best four, which one's actually going to be ready to upgrade after midnight. But I also had to take a loan. I think it was like $72,000 to pay for everything we needed to set up the claim. So let's get back out there. We got a double clean out ready to go. So I'll meet you guys on the claim in just a short jump. Alright guys, we're back out here on the claim. Now another reason I wanted to get that stuff smelted down real quick and get a little bit of money was I wanted to get a little bit of fuel put into here. Oh, I see I forgot to shut that off when I left. But I wanted to get about 5,000 in fuel put into the tank here. So we have a little bit out here. Now we can't fill it up right now because we're going to need basically all the rest to cover the rent and such like that. But our cleanout is all ready to go. So we have, like I said, we got a double. I'm not sure what we're going to be getting for numbers out of it, but we're going to start with this bucket here, which is all the Miner's Moss mats. I do have to replace the mats in the TDJ sluice boxes yet and put the grates back down. But otherwise, everything else is all swapped around and ready to go. Um, that seems like an okay bucket. I mean, it's not going to be great right now because of the claim we're on, but almost 600 in magnetite's not too shabby if I do say so myself. Not too shabby. So let's see what we get. Our gold total is going to be basically our whole clean out. So we'll know exactly how much we get unless we don't get it done before midnight and our lease payment comes out. So far this first bucket looking very nice. 42.27 ounces, not bad at all. Now this is nugget traps next, and at 216, that ain't horrible. It isn't. So whoops, get out of there. Not too bad at all. So we'll have to see exactly what this clean out does for us for numbers, but all in all so far it's looking pretty darn good. So we got just shy of 13 ounces from our mixed mats bucket. Now I might end up doing a clean out off camera, just a short double to get us a little bit ahead on funds. And the reason for that is I do want to start moving back to triple cleanouts instead of doubles. I just like the way triples go versus the doubles. And it'll also save us on time. It'll give us more cleanouts to get in on video. I don't want to be flooding you guys with, you know, an extreme amount of videos every day. So eventually we will get set up to where we can do, you know, more at a time, but for the moment it's going to be a little bit on the low side, but you know, it's not a big deal. We got to work our way back up to how we were in the last event. So like I said, we will get there. It's just going to take a little bit of time to get a little bit ahead on funds and get all squared away with everything we're doing. So anyway, it looks like these duplex jig buckets are doing okay. They're not great. We're not expecting anything like fantastic yet, but at the same time, you know, we are only going to be hitting the better tiles on this claim. So eventually we will have to break the drill out again and do some more drilling, but for now, you know, we will settle with what we get from the more decent tiles here. So almost 4 ounces per duplex jig bucket isn't terrible. It's definitely not what we were seeing on the Nighthawk claim, that is for sure, but we can deal with it for now. week in, week in. So it's looking about like we're gonna get about 120 ounces for a clean out. So that's not gonna be terrible. That gives us a 60 ounce clean out average, which again isn't too bad for the first claim. It'll get better as we get more workers and as we get into some of the slightly better tiles, because these aren't the best of the tiles yet. These are still the ones we mined were the lower end ones we had. So, like I said, it will get better, but you know. All right, so we're at 104.26. So 104. I'll just call it 104, and then so we're gonna have what? Three more buckets. So it's gonna be right around 120 ounces, which honestly, like I said, that's not too bad. I can take about a 60 ounce average to start out with. Won't hear me complain about that one bit. So we're just gonna shovel these in here so they just keep going. So now we know how much we're getting out of it. Now we probably would have enough magnetite to get our first upgrade, but it's gonna have to wait until we get the trailer. We don't have the trailer right now, and this clean out can definitely go without us needing to get an upgrade. So while we're waiting for that to finish, we can pop these mats up in here so I don't forget before I continue working on my next clean out. But like I said, I will probably end up doing one off camera, and that's just going to be to get a little bit of extra funds ahead. Now it's going to depend on exactly how much we get all this clean out, because we got to save, you know, let's say we got to save out, we're just going to save out like 10 ounces to cover the last bit of it. Obviously 10 is way more than we're going to need. We probably won't need more than 7, to be honest, to cover the rest of it. But you know what, actually let's just melt down 420s and call it good enough, because like I said, then we'll have a little bit of, we'll be good on funds for the day. And like I said, I want to do one more clean out, probably off camera, and that way we have enough fundage ahead to get us going for the rest of for our next cleanup anyway. One other thing to point out, we did also have another worker that applied. Let me actually get this all set up, because otherwise, I know me, I will forget. I am absolutely terrible with forgetting to do stuff, so I want to get this all set back up. There we go. Now everything's good to go. I don't have to worry about it again. Also, we will plug this one back in, because I unhooked this one to pull out the miner's moss. Otherwise, if you pull out the miner's moss while that water is running, it will start washing away your gold. But anyway, we did get another worker that applied. It is a TDJ sluice box worker, so that's absolutely fantastic. I'm going to go through off camera and I'm going to reject all these out now, and just keep what we start getting from there on. But I do want to hire this guy. This guy is going to auto swap mats in our miner's moss, TDJ sluice box thing. So it's absolutely fantastic that we got one of them already. It's one of the workers that I actually wanted. So I'll show you guys exactly what that is and how that one will work. So I'm not sure which side it is, but once we pick up a mat, we'll know which one. Okay, so it is this one here. So as you can see, you can put 6 extra mats up in here, and what it does is, once your mats are full that's in the sluice box itself, the worker will auto swap them for you as soon as they get full. Now this is going to save a lot of time, even if it's just one side for now, but it's going to save a lot of time having one of them do that. It's gonna it's going to help immensely. Now, the hog pans at the moment until we upgrade, which speaking of upgrade, we can actually upgrade that one because he was 39%, so he should be 40. They upgrade 1% per day. So in another 30 days from now, we will be able to convert him over to whatever we want. So right here, as you can see, he is ready to upgrade. So you come in here to the upgrade menu, and they are very cheap. This is another reason why these guys are absolutely great for doing this, what I'm doing with them. But it's absolutely fantastic because they're very cheap to upgrade, and they do not cost very much on a daily cost. So it's an easy way to get yourself a level 3 mechanic right away. So honestly, I know I considered that kind of a waste of time, how I did that in the beginning, but to be perfectly honest, it is absolutely not a waste of time. It is a great way to get yourself early, well upgraded mechanics. But anyway, guys, I'll meet you guys at the blacksmith, and we're going to go smelt down some gold and then see what we made for the day. Not the blacksmith, I meant to say the bank, but I think you guys already knew what I was talking about. But anyway, meet you guys there in a short minute. Alright guys, off to the bank we go. I figured while we were driving to the bank I'd explain a couple things as we go. The reason for the clean out, another reason for the clean out off camera, is I will have a little bit more time today to play than I normally would, so I'm probably going to get a lot done. You guys will see probably at least this video and another one yet today, and yeah, I should have, like I said, I should have plenty of time today. I don't have anything going on, so I'll probably spend a few more hours in game, which will get me several cleanouts. It only takes me about a half an hour to do a clean out with the excavator, so it's not too bad there. Now, one thing to mention is, if I do a clean out off camera, I will make sure that I post a screenshot of how much we got, or at least tell you guys how much we got from doing the clean out. So you guys will, I'll make sure you guys know exactly how much we get from it. We need a few more buckets though. We're gonna start doing triples after this. I know I need a few more of them, so I figure while we're in town, might as well buy them. I have not unlocked the store on the tablet yet. I didn't have enough money, and honestly, it's not too bad right now to run back and forth into town until we start blowing parts. Once parts start going, then we're gonna start unlocking that on the tablet, because I'm not gonna come back and forth to town every time I need one part. And our mechanics, one thing I wanted to point out about them workers is we will have the mechanics about the time we end this season. So beginning of the next season is when we'll start being able to convert the workers over. Now, not necessarily are they absolutely going to go into mechanic, but if we don't have mechanics by then, they absolutely will have to, because I definitely want mechanics. For sure, 3 of them at least. With the tier 3 setup, you need at least 3. Once you get onto reinforced parts, they're not as big of a deal. I mean, yes, you still need them, but they're not nearly as needed as when you're only using basic parts. But anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this episode. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys are enjoying this playthrough. If you guys are enjoying it, make sure you guys take the time to hit that like button. Comment down below with what are your thoughts on how this is going so far. Before we go, we are currently sitting in 3rd place right now, a little over 100 behind the leader. So we're doing pretty darn good so far with what we've gotten done. Like I said, I do plan on adding to our total yet today. So at least 2 more cleanouts today, at least. So as always, guys, if you guys are enjoying these videos, make sure you guys take the time to subscribe to the channel, and also make sure you trigger those notification bells so you guys never miss out on a video. So again, thank you guys so much for being here, and we will catch you guys for the next episode.